This is another episode of the Decoy Sports Podcast. All right, welcome back to the Decoy Sports Podcast for another week. My name is Jacko, and this is my best mate, Joel.
Hello, Jackson.
What's going on, mate?
Not too much. See something around your neck there.
Yep.
What is that?
That's a marathon medal there, mate. It's a fucking marathon medal.
Fuck me.
Yep. That was probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah. What is it? 42Ks?
42.2 Ks.
42Ks.
Yeah. 42.2. Yeah, that extra. Like at the end, trust me, that 200 meters mattered.
Yeah.
It was not good.
But
I think I said to a couple of people today, like that, I think the 30K marks like the great equalizer.
yeah.
Like you hit that 30K and the body starts going.
Because you've done that, hey, like training.
I've done 30 before.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel too bad and I didn't pull up too bad, but just that extra little bit on the end. Jesus.
A little bit.
Oh, like,
12K.
Yeah. Well, like it was like another full lap of like the course I was doing, but just cramps galore, mate. Like everywhere.
Fuck that.
Not good. Not good. I'd hate to see someone that like hasn't actually trained for it, because I didn't train like a lot for like specifically for that. I trained a lot anyway, but I don't know. Like if you hadn't trained for that or you'd done like very little prep, I genuinely don't know how you get through that.
Yeah. You just have to be like gifted or some shit, hey?
Gifted
just
or
run.
like, yeah. Mate, I think a little bit. I was probably a little bit the other way. Like I do a lot of training, but like I do more CrossFit stuff and that, and I think that probably like affected me a little bit as well, because I guess you got like more blood flow. Like say if you got like larger muscles in certain areas, so like my quads and like hamstrings are quite developed because of like my CrossFit training and just strength training, that more blood flow has to go through the muscles, so they cramp quicker than like say like people who are running these like huge tall guys with like long strides and
like
got
lanky
nothing, no muscle or whatever on them. They're just skinny, right? So I think that probably played a little bit of a part in it. But yeah, on the whole lap back, I'm like the last lap, I'm like never again, never doing this again. But I don't know. I think I would, but I'd have to train more specifically for running, because
it's fucking long way, bro.
Yeah, as I said to you, like before we started this, like that was probably the first time like I've actually thought to myself in a workout, like I feel like I'm pretty mentally strong. Like I do comps and stuff, right? But that's the first time I'm like, I don't think I might not finish this. Like I genuinely was thinking that, like I might not get through this here.
Hectic.
So
we
got there.
Yeah.
Medal to show for it, mate. Medal to show for it.
Love it.
All right. As a result, didn't watch all of the games this week, but we've got a lot to cover.
Yeah.
I think how we're going to run this podcast today, guys, is we'll go through basically any news for the week, more just around the NRL. We'll cover the games from the weekend, and then we'll move into an Origin preview, which is in a couple of days. Getting pretty excited for it.
I was much more excited.
Yeah.
Than news today, but we'll get into it.
We'll get into it. Okay, so firstly, we'll go through our guns of the week. Who was yours, mate?
My gun of the week, I've just gun, singular.
Guns as in mine and yours.
Yeah. But singular for me.
Yeah.
Leo Thompson.
Yeah, he was big. I did watch in and out of that game yesterday, but yeah, he was fucking good.
Ever since he played for the Maori All-Stars at the start of the year, he's like grown another leg. It's fucking.
I wasn't sure
strong,
if he was
man.
A Kiwi or if he was like Blues. I was like, hey, he might be in Blues here, but
yeah. Nah, he's
Kiwi.
Yeah. Oh, I think so. I'm not too sure.
Well, if he's playing Maori,
but Ponga played Maori, so
yeah, true. Yeah. Interesting.
I'm not too sure. Like if he's Kiwi or I'd say actually no, he would be right because he went back to New Zealand in the buy. That was one of the people that went away.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So he probably is.
Yep.
Fucking weapon, man.
Yeah.
He has been for the last few weeks. Just stepping up. Like the Safidi brothers have been a bit like playing some games.
Yeah.
And he's
carrying. I've been saying to you the last couple of weeks, like, yous have clearly set up this sort of game style where you're sort of taking on the Panthers role a little bit of like the backs do a lot of your meterage.
Yeah.
And your forwards kind of they're mainly more for defense. Like you look at like Panthers, their defense is unbelievable. Their line speed, but the reason they can do that line speed set after set after set
It's just fresh.
is they're fresh because all their backs are doing all the hard yards, right? Like there might be one, maybe I feel like the way they play, and it's the same as you guys, it's coached almost like 3 out of the 4 plays, you like the backs are going to be running and you have to run.
Yeah.
One forward, put your hand up a set, and then we'll kick. And I feel like you guys have been doing the same. Like
it's been going quite well, except we're still leaking points.
Yeah. But you're on that. You're getting it right,
and like
it's not going to happen overnight.
Crossing into the Knights thing, like they leaked points from like intercepts and shit.
Exactly,
like which is not great, but it's not a defensive issue.
Yeah,
it's an attacking issue.
Yeah,
but Leo Thompson, man, I thought was fucking enormous. Who have you got?
I had Jermaine Osako. Yeah, thought he was really really good.
He's killing it. He's
been so good. So again, like. He needed to step up, especially as they had no hammer and stuff as well in that game. And I tipped Dragons. I thought they'd be too strong, but they got rolled, mate, in this one, and he was a big part of it. I was just trying to get up his stats here.
He's just like he just pulls it out of his ass, man. Too like he scores any something that you would think he won't get it.
100%.
He can have his whole body out and still score. It's
he had 18 points out of the 26.
Yep.
Scored 2 tries, made 4 conversions out of 4, 1 penalty goal, 13 runs, 131 run meters, 35 post contact, 1 line break, 3 tackle breaks.
Fucking pretty good.
Pretty good, man.
Yep.
2 offloads. So
yeah,
he was really good.
No, he was really good.
Yeah.
It's good to see like he's sort of cemented that spot.
For sure.
Like when he was at Titans and Broncos, he's sort of in and out. But he's like, this is the best year he's played.
Yeah. I think he's probably just comfortable at what he is and where I feel like he was never really like the one year he had that really good year. It might have been I think he might have got Rookie of the Year even. And I know he got Try of the Year that year when he scored against the Roosters. You know that one when he stepped back in and stuff. It was a really good try. I just remember that obviously because it's the Roosters, but that year he was really good, and I think it might have been his first proper year. And then there was a few years where it was like he was trying to go to fullback, and like there was because they didn't really have a fullback, and he was trying to make it there. And I think it's just like, okay, you're a winger,
now.
You're our kicker. Focus on those 2 things, and just do your job, right? Yeah. And then he's kind of settled into that role.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think he's so good for them, man.
So
really important for a winger. It's kind of like a Josh Adokar type vibe, you know?
Yeah. He's like incredibly big for them as far as their team. Like
100%.
Yeah. His goal kicking is enormous.
Yeah.
He's so good.
He's so good.
He's so really good. Yeah.
Cool. The turd of the week. What do you got?
Dragons.
Just Dragons in general.
They're fucking poo.
Yeah.
Like they're hard to watch, man. And they come out and you're like, oh, nah, different Dragons. Like how they beat you you guys the other week. Like you're playing not that great, but like you think, oh fuck, they're actually like turned a corner here. They put that performance on for the new coach. Back to the next shit week. It's bad.
Yeah. It's probably they're in a weird phase. They don't really have a coach and shit.
Nah.
I think it's
Would
you say right now they're done yet wooden spoon? I think Tigers will probably win a few more games than
I think so.
Yeah.
Aren't they versing each other this week, I think?
Are they?
Possibly.
Yeah, wow. That'll be poo slinger for the ages.
Yeah, not wrong.
No, I don't think
nah, it's not. It's Tigers and Raiders.
Yeah.
I think they do soon. I remember seeing it.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like the Tigers will win a few games this year. They're trying to. They're trying to. I think they've figured out what they want to do. Now it's just improving on that. Whereas they were kind of just like throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticked for a while. But I think they've figured it out at least.
Yep.
But yeah, that'll be interesting.
They do. Sorry, I just was looking at the draw. On the 20th of July, so still like a month, 2 months away.
Yeah.
But like, how's that? That's the Thursday night game. Battle for the spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My turd of the week was the Warriors.
Ooh, that's harsh.
I don't think it was because you look at that Broncos team, Warriors had no one out, absolutely no one out. They've been playing really, really well. They were playing at on the other island. What's it called? Was it South or North Island? I don't really know. The other one. I don't know my New Zealand too well.
Sorry, apologies.
They had a big crowd there. Like it was their because they missed Indigenous round last week, so that was their big Indigenous round. There was this big build up versus a very, very, very depleted Broncos team, and to get beat there, like great stuff for the Broncos. Like that was a massive win for them, but. They kind of fucked it.
Yeah.
They should have won that game.
Yeah, I definitely tipped them.
That's
and
what I
I
mean.
thought they should have won as well. But
Yeah.
I think turd of the week's a bit rough.
Nah, they should have won, man. You could look at that, right? And you said obviously the Dragons. You look at them. The Dragons are in a worse off spot. So for them to lose, I felt like that was less of a you tipped
Like
the
less of a
Dolphins.
turd,
That was
yeah.
less of a turd, right?
Yeah.
Like if anything, like a more of a surprise was the Warriors losing at not their home but in New Zealand. So the Broncos have had to travel over there and have a pretty shit team to put up against them. Like they had a lot of players out to win. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I can see it from that point of view.
Yeah. I also had no other turd to give, so they got a big fat turd.
Broncos with that sort of performance, I'm sure we'll get into it, but it sort of shows that they're established themselves as genuine
100%,
contenders.
They definitely
There's got a bit of depth.
Yeah.
Versus a full strength Warriors, as you say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it.
All good, man. We'll move into weekly news. All right, we're back with the weekly news. There's not too much to cover. I haven't really found too much on the webs other than Origin stuff, but we want to cover that later. So this is just purely around the NRL.
Yep.
We just have a couple of signing things. So obviously, the first one is the Roosters have re-signed both JWH and Tupou for next year. What do you think of those signings, man?
It's interesting for me. How the fuck do they have all this money?
Well, I think what's going to happen with the JWH one is Lodge isn't going to be re-signed. I think he's going to leave.
Yep.
So I think
they've got
made a
Lenu
decision.
coming.
Lenu's coming. So I think they were going to take the money that Lodge is sort of on.
See, that isn't $600,000 for
It'll be-
Lenu.
Yeah. It'll be around there.
Lodge wouldn't be on that.
I don't know.
He came over for $700 ball for free,
But then
minimum wage or whatever.
you've got to pay market value. Do you know what I mean? You have to. That's how they have to have had the money somehow. I don't know how, but you have to have the money to register it with the NRL. It has to be market value. So he can't be on 200 grand like Lodge. He has to be on around what Lenu's probably on anyway,
yeah,
right?
True.
You've also got to remember the cap's going up next year. So Hargreaves is probably re-signing for less, and they could probably get away with it because they could say, oh, he's 34 years old. His market value is dropping. He probably is taking unders to stay. I would think.
Just to play another year. Yeah.
So I'd say that kind of makes sense. The
Yeah.
Tupou one, I'm a bit more I want him to stay. I fucking love Tupou. He's been around forever.
How does that
I don't know
fit?
how it's going to fit.
How does it fit? I don't understand
I
that.
don't know. So we've signed him. We've got him,
Young.
Suoliti. Dom Young's coming. We just signed another guy from the UK. This really fast winger. Have you seen him?
No.
He's apparently a gun.
Yeah.
He's Josh Adokar fast.
Yeah.
I was
Jackson
watching his
Paulo still?
highlights. Paulo, but he's got an option in his favour. So I could maybe see him moving on.
Yeah, but why would he?
Because he's on minimum wage.
Yeah, right.
And he's been playing well. If a team came in for him
Newcastle
this year and said, oh, we'll give you 600K, I could see him leaving. Do you know what I mean? Purely because he's on minimum wage and he might want to move and get some more money.
Yep. Then you got Corey Allen.
You got Corey Allen, you've got Billy Smith, you've got Momirovski.
Got a lot of center wingers.
Well, I'd say Momirovski's definitely leaving.
Yeah.
I think Billy Smith is in his last year, so I don't know if they're going to re-sign him.
He's
very
been one of the
injury
best.
prone.
Yeah, but when he plays, he's one of your better.
But then it's do you
players.
risk sign him on a 2-year contract or something?
And he just does an ACL.
And he does another ACL. He's
Yeah.
already done 3 and he's only 24.
Yeah.
He's a gun, but I love Billy Smith, but where do you fit him in that team? I think you'd probably move Allen on. I don't know if he's on 1 or 2 years. I can't really tell.
Do you reckon?
But I think they want to move Dom Young into the centres, apparently.
Yeah, right.
He wants to play centres moving forward. So I could see your setup being next year, maybe like Tupou. Oh, and you got Manu as well. That's the other one we didn't even say. So
and he's like the best one.
And you probably would keep him in the centers.
Yeah.
Like I don't see you moving him into, So I'd say you probably, for me, I'd probably do Tupou. Oh, fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
Where do you put Suoli? Oh, yeah. Maybe I'd do...
Suoli has to be inside of Tupou, you'd think.
I'd probably put him back onto the right wing.
And then Dom Young,
Yeah.
Suoli, Manu, Tupou.
Yeah. Oh, no, other way.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Or Dom Young on the wing. So, like, I think rather than him putting Dom Young in the centers next year, and he'll keep Suoli in the centers, I think. Do you know what I mean?
It's like a bit of a risky edge, I would think.
What's that?
Defensive. Dom Young's not the best.
You put Dom Young on the right side with Manu.
Yeah.
You put Tupou on the left side with Suoli.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably how I'd start the season.
Have you heard?
I don't know.
Have you seen those whispers that like Suoli might be out in the next 2 weeks?
Yeah. He won't be out the next. He might leave at the end of the year. I could see that happening because
Like
they've just got
going to
so
rugby.
many players. They're just like, what do you like? And he hasn't done that much.
No.
Like, would it be a big loss if he left at the end of the year? I wouldn't be bothered.
No.
I honestly wouldn't be.
No.
Because you've got that many people coming in anyway.
Yeah.
Right. And you got that much depth in that. Sorry, that much depth in that position anyway. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what they do.
Very interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder where like Matt Lodge will go.
Yeah. Well, that's the other one. Probably like
The
one thing
Tigers
about the
and shit.
Roosters is like this. Like I know they've been playing like shit, and there has been a lot of stuff around it, but they somehow keep their all their signing stuff very quiet. You don't like the whole of last year. Crichton wasn't signed the whole year. He was one of the best back rowers, if not the best back rower in the whole league.
Yeah.
Didn't hear about him not being signed for anywhere for the year after. And then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, he re-signed for next year.
Yeah.
Like the next year, not
Yeah.
even like the year after that, dude. Like he wasn't even signed for this year, last year.
It's pretty wild.
They're just, everything's
They're
under
confident and
Yeah.
they just
And
know
it's
they'll
kind
get
of like,
it
if you
done.
don't want to stay with us, fuck off kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
they just,
Yeah, it's pretty like cutthroat.
yeah. All right, so we'll move on to the next one. The only other one I had here was Bronson Garlick has re-signed with the Storm till 2025. He's been pretty good for them this year, like good little
Yeah, good
fill
pick
in.
up. Yeah.
I think he could be a big one for them moving forward.
Yeah, he's one of them players that like just gets developed into that typical Storm like back rower, edge player,
Yeah,
and he'll just like be there for, like Kenny Bromwich or something.
yeah,
for
100%.
the next 5 years, and you're like, fuck, he's a gun.
Yeah, yeah, you can tell him he's like perfect sort of Bellamy player.
Yeah,
Like,
like Josh King, man, when he came
100%.
from Knights,
yeah,
he was like a fringe first grader.
yeah, wasn't great. But,
Nah.
yeah.
But then now he's like one of the best in their team every week.
Yeah, it's funny how they don't really play with a 13. He is one, but he doesn't like. He's not that traditional. Or like
No, he's like another front
He's more
rower.
of a traditional one rather than like what they.
Yeah, he's not a ball playing 13. He's just like an extra
He's
front
not a
rower.
modern day one. Yeah.
No, he's not Cam Murray.
No.
No.
He doesn't have any ball playing really
No,
at
no.
all.
He's just a nut trucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trucks all the nut.
Oh, yeah. And he's a good defender.
He's a good defender.
Yeah.
So,
Which I guess you need to be in the middle.
yeah, but I just don't need his creativity because you got Harry Grant who's so creative in that
Monster,
middle field. Yeah.
Huge.
You don't really need him
Yeah.
too much.
That's true, yeah.
And
I
then
think
you
it's-
almost had like, I felt last year especially like Jesse Bromwich can play a little bit as well. Like he's got a little bit of ball play.
Yeah,
he's got a bit
good
of like footwork on the
Yeah.
line. So I don't think they really needed him.
Nah. Just too many. You don't need too many like cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you feel about like how Sofa Solomono plays so like really wide? He's coming on it more like a right edge player.
Yeah, he is. I think it's...
Do you feel like they lose a bit of their spark through
I
the
think
middle
so,
with him doing
yeah,
that?
I do.
I see what they're gaining out of it, but I feel like
Yeah.
they're losing as well.
Yeah,
you know?
like, and I think last year there was like a game or two where he played like center,
yeah,
and it was like enormous, and it was
Yeah, he's
fucking crazy.
destroyed. Yeah,
But then like you can't do that all year, right? He's too big, and like I don't know. It just
Yeah.
I think they lose. He is a good 13 for them, in that way that
yeah.
like he plays like as a front rower, but he has that ball
He can
playing
flip
as
out
well.
the back as well
Yeah,
and stuff.
but
I
then
think-
when he put Josh King
Yeah.
and
I think they could do it last year because they could afford to do it because they still had Kafusi,
Yeah,
Bromwiches,
yeah.
all these players. But now it's like you're relying on him to make a lot of your meters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's all right with Kamika makes a lot of their meters now,
Yeah.
and he's good when he's playing. But you're really relying on him and Welch to do it all, really, if you're going to play him out wide. And I kind of just feel like they lose a little bit sometimes in the middle.
Yeah, they are. They're sort of... They're still like dominating teams, but not up the middle like as they were.
It's not their power through the middle.
That was what they were like the last couple of years. Since Cam Smith was gone, that's their thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Nah.
Anyway,
it's a good re-signing.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on to use sweet or nah. All right, we're back with a use sweet or nah for another week. We'll kick this one off with Jared Croker. He's been set to be ruled out this week by Ricky, not himself. Ricky wants to rule him out so he can play his 300th game at home the following week in Canberra.
Yeah.
Are you sweet with that, or like how do you feel about that, man?
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I see there's lots of people blowing up about it. I think like they're well within their right to do it. He's getting older anyway. He's coming back off an injury.
Yeah.
Like it's a resting 1 week.
Yeah.
They're versus the Tigers anyway. Not that you should. That's a bit of an insult to Tigers, but
Yeah,
like
you dog. They fucking won 60-something points.
but like I don't know. I don't see it as that big of a deal what people are making it.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. Like they want to celebrate. Like Ricky wants to celebrate him. He's like one of their most capped players.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking mad. Good for their team, like all their family and friends. They're there in town. Like, what do you reckon?
I don't necessarily agree with it purely because I just think it's professional football and you get paid to play. So you shouldn't just rest because it's an important or like it's a milestone game and you want to play it in front of your friends and family. Like if the club are that like big about it, like pay for his family and like say, oh, we'll give you 20 tickets to fucking get up there or whatever. You know what I mean? It's only it's still in Sydney.
Yeah. It's only 5 hours up the road. Or something.
It's not like it's in, you know,
it's not
like
North
Queensland or something or New Zealand. Like, give them all tickets and say, oh, you might have to drive up there, but you know, here's tickets for it.
Yeah. I guess they just want they're going to make a whole big thing of it.
I get it, but why can't you just do that the week after?
I don't know. It's 301.
I know, but just say like, oh, here's for last week and give him like whatever they're going to give him, like a fucking
a ball in the case. And shit.
Whatever that is, you know.
I don't know. I sort of see it from both sides. Like I see it as like, sick that they want to do that. And they're in a position now that they can because they're where they sit in the ladder. Yeah. If they come in last or
I'd put it like this,
fringing on the top 8.
Yeah, well, if that's a finals game, would they do it?
No.
Well, then like, why should he?
But it's not. It's halfway through the year.
Yeah.
And half the teams have players out for Origin anyway.
I don't know. I don't really like it.
I don't mind it.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
That's why we do this together, because we have opposing views.
I know. I just don't feel like. I just think it's a professional sport. You're not playing to get milestones of personal things. It's a thing that happens in the game.
Yeah.
And all players will sit there and tell you like, oh, I don't really care. And like some probably do, and it probably does play a little bit of a role. But at the end of the day, you're playing for the club, not for yourself. You know what I mean? Like you play for your badge.
Yeah.
You play for what's on your chest, not what's
and the club,
on your back or whatever.
And the club is saying we're going to arrest you till the week after. So
I'm not saying it's his fault.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said from the start. It's Ricky's fault. Like in terms of like
you saw in that
my
press
point of view anyway.
conference.
Yeah. I just feel like, Ricky, I understand what he's doing and he loves his players and he wants to probably give him the best reception he'll get. But as I said, I think it's professional sport and he should be playing. If he's fit to play and he's going to make a difference for him and he has no injuries, he should be playing, in my point of view.
Yeah. Well, they have been a different team since he's been awesome. That run that they've had coincided with him being back in the team. So
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I guess we'll just see what happens. If they lose, it's a bit of egg on their face.
Yeah. I just look at it like, think about this, right? So you don't have players this week get absolutely smashed for 80 minutes in Origin and then back up and play on the weekend. And, like...
He's getting rested for a game.
He's getting rested for a game because it's the 300th week after and these players are probably fucked and they have to play. Yeah. You know what I mean? You kind of look at that and you go, well, fuck. I bet Huddy Young comes back in this week after getting smashed for 80 minutes and has to fill in or play and then he's getting rested. I don't know. Just look at that. It's a bit of shit. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't mind it.
Fuck you. All right, mate. We'll move on to the next one. This is the only Origin sort of thing I wanted to throw in there for this sort of area. So the Blues have been told by NRL that they need to change their dark blue jersey.
Yeah.
They reckon it clashes too much with the Maroons one. What's your thoughts on the jersey itself, and then what do you think about them having to change?
So I don't mind the jersey.
Yeah.
Like it's similar to the one that we wore in Perth.
If they didn't win that game in Perth, though, would you?
No, I'd hate it. Yeah, and I hated it before that game. I was like, what the fuck are they doing? But I liked that the NRL has said sky blue, because fucking sky blue, dude. Like, I don't understand why. I saw something like Brandy said, the players like it. It's one of their best selling jerseys from a marketing.
I don't agree with that.
Like,
I'd
I
like
don't
to
ever
see those numbers,
any fucking jerseys in the crowd.
Never see them.
Yeah, I don't know. I like that the NRL are making them potentially change back.
My question with that is, why is it the week of that the NRL have finally got involved with that?
Why does anything happen?
Wouldn't they have to?
The pride jersey shit? Like,
I know, but wouldn't they have to get
happen?
that shit? Wouldn't they have to get that like signed off at some stage before like the week of?
Do they though?
But
like,
I'm saying, why don't they? If they don't, why don't they? That's fucking weird.
I know, it's like
should be at the start of the year. What do your origin jerseys look like? Okay, this just like the teams do.
Yeah, I understand.
The teams would have to get them all signed off
like,
before they
it's like
fucking
the
do it.
Anzac jerseys with the fucking Tigers and the American shit. Like, they get through somehow. I don't get how they do.
Rugby league do some dumb shit, man.
Oh, mate.
They're just so stuck in certain ways. I'm like, you just do things so good, but you do
So
fucking
poor.
some things so bad, like so bad.
What do you reckon about the jersey stuff?
I don't like the jerseys.
Yeah.
And I've never liked them. I don't feel like, it doesn't feel like Origin.
It doesn't.
When I watch that game, like it does, but like there's something about visually when you look at the game, when you're watching it, it doesn't have that same feel like I'm watching an Origin game.
It's dark blue versus
something
dark
that's
red
just
or some
molded
shit.
into your brain
Yeah.
that it's like fucking sky blue and maroon. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that's just what you see.
Yeah.
And then when you see something else, it just doesn't make sense in your head.
No, you're like,
it's
what
like
the
when you
fuck am I watching?
see a gun that's played for a team for 10 years and they go to a new team, and that first like 5 weeks
Like
when they're
whiting in Rabbitohs
yeah,
next year.
yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
or like Cheese running around in fucking Roosters kit this year. Just it still doesn't even look right. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like it has that same vibe where you're just like, fuck, like I don't know, I hate it. I just don't like it.
No, and fair. It's so
I just don't
have they
understand
said
how-
that they make
Well, they apparently have made
request
them
them?
or request them to,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they don't know if they're going to be able to get the jerseys made up in time because they have to get all the names on the back of them and shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's a fucking.
How hard is that?
Just go and get them fucking printed, mate. It's not
yeah,
hard.
and just,
Yeah. I don't know if they do the little like steam press anymore. If it's like,
it's like
actually
embroidered into the
in. Well,
jersey.
not embroidered, but like
screen printed.
screen. Yeah, I don't know I don't know how it works,
Yeah.
but I don't know, but I don't know. What do you?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
dude.
hope it's sky blue.
I hope it is.
I won't
too.
be mad. Like,
At
they're
least
going to play anyway.
The only
right?
good thing that they do with that,
do.
is that a word? I don't know.
It's poo.
Apostrophe poo. No. Is
So
I lost my fucking train of thought. You fucker. Nah, wasn't. Oh yeah. I was gonna say I'm happy that they don't do the dark blue kits in like Queensland or it's like the third. It's like the third, like when they do it in the Perth or Adelaide or something.
Yeah.
They don't do it in the.
they don't do it in the home states.
Yeah. Because that would just be weird.
Yeah,
I
it would
think.
be. It's like they're trying to grow the game,
Yeah.
like make this
Yeah.
different jersey.
At least they do it in like a different place, right?
Yeah. I get
That's
it.
the only thing I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like visually
not
to
in
those
Queensland,
states,
it's not
it's
in
not
New
going to
South
matter too
Wales.
much.
Yeah,
But if
yeah.
they did it in, like, imagine doing that at home fucking thing.
Yeah.
Because they call it their alternate kit. So I guess they're going to an alternate venue. So
Yeah.
I get it in that respect, I guess.
But then they could technically wear that at Queensland.
Yeah. But it's
that
not
would be shit.
alternate. That's away, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
I don't know.
Queensland don't do it.
Nah.
So I don't get it.
What would Queensland change it to anyway? Pink.
I don't know. Yeah, white or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
All right, we'll move on to the next one. So I just wanted to throw this one in there. Victor Radley has come out this week and basically said that he's probably not going to change.
Yeah, I
so
read
after going on for weeks and weeks since the start of the year of him trying to change throughout his after the semi-final and stuff, he's going to change his thing. He's working on it and stuff. He said, as much as I can say I am working on it and won't do it again, there is no doubt for however long I play, I will do something stupid. I am doing my best not to, but I have been an idiot since I was 5 or 6 years old, fighting with my brother, so sometimes these things come out. He kind of contradicted himself because he said, there is no doubt I will, what do you say? There is no doubt for however long I play, I will do something stupid, but I am trying my best not to do it. But you just said you've got that mentality that you're going to do it. So it's kind of like
you're fighting yourself because you're not going to be able to actually stop.
Yeah. And I've been the first, and you'll back me up on this. I've been the first forever to back up him and say, I don't care. Like, I'll take a bit of that because of just who he is.
Yeah.
And I've never said like he's been a detriment to the team ever. Like, I don't care. But if you're having the mentality of that, then I've got a bit of thing like
you're like a bit worried about it.
I'm a bit like come on, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be smart as well.
Yeah.
I don't mind the aggression, but be smart. You know, you can't say that.
He just is like a firecracker, man. He just goes off.
He can't help himself.
No, he can't help it. People get under his skin too.
Yeah.
It's fucking
like
headbutting that dude. Like,
probably our most testing time as a club for I can't even really remember the last time. It would have been probably like, you know, around that 2015, I think it was when we had that 16 when I was in England at that stage. So I wasn't watching the league for a couple of years, but it was around that 16, I think, when we came like second last or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think we've been in a time period of like how bad we're going until then. And for him to go and do something as dumb as he did, and now he's out for like 6 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever
it's like massive imprint on the team.
Yeah. And to come out and say that after you've done that kind of doesn't feel like
there's no remorse.
There's no remorse of like what you've done for the like how you fucked the team over
like
a little bit.
Massive
like,
burden on the team.
Yeah.
Now.
I don't like that.
No, I don't like it either. And I think like what needs to happen? Is there a conversation that needs to happen about?
I think it has, bro.
Retaining him.
I think it's happened a few times. They just re-signed him.
Yeah, but so there you go. That obviously doesn't matter as much to them.
He was dubbed the future captain.
Yeah,
I've watched a fair few.
Can he be the future captain?
Podcasts around it. I don't think he can.
No,
I can't. Yeah, I just don't think his maturity levels are there. I think once Teddy goes, I think our next captain will probably be Nat Butcher.
Yeah,
I think he's probably like captain material.
Yep.
But I don't know, dude.
Yeah. You'd like to say, oh yeah, he needs to rein it in, but he's not going to rein it in.
Nah.
He just said it's going to happen.
He won't, yeah.
It's just a massive...
It's hard because he could be literally like better than... I reckon he could be better than like Isaiah Yeo.
Yeah.
He has the ability to be better, but he's just got this shit in him that these other players don't have.
Like, I wonder,
it just ruins everything.
Yeah, in a couple of years, like, will he be past it? But
maybe.
Probably not, because
some players just
he's been doing it since he was 5.
Some players just have it, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Last one I wanted to bring up was obviously Kalen Ponga's got a couple more head knocks on the weekend. I don't know how he didn't get HIA'd for at least one or both of them. I could see him going, at least getting checked. It really didn't happen, which proves that it probably doesn't really matter where you put him, because he got 2 head knocks anyway. He confirmed yesterday that in a post match interview that Billy didn't select him because Billy didn't feel comfortable playing him in that arena.
Yeah,
that's pretty
wild. That those head knocks that cost him the fullback spot.
Do you reckon? I don't really know what my question is here, but I just want
to
get your thoughts on it more. Yeah.
I think I'm as surprised as you were. Like when I think that might have been the second one.
Yeah,
I was like, oh fuck, he's gone. I have my hands on my head. I'm like, oh god. Like we had Lockie Miller on the bench, but
yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty bad.
I feel bad. We talk about it nearly every single week. Like we bring up
topic of conversation.
But like you just can't not talk about it, because every time he gets the ball, you almost hold your breath. Or like he goes into a tackle, I'm like, oh fuck, come out of it.
Just some of the innocuous ones where he gets knocked out.
Yeah,
you're like the ones where he gets hit hard. You're like, fuck.
Even yesterday, that first one wasn't bad. Like he didn't get hit bad, but he almost was like, oh fuck, kind of like, and then he come to and he's like, oh, all good, and then you said to me before the potty, and he was just like, you're like, oh, he kind of like overplayed it.
I'm all good. Thumbs up, high five, and the boys, nah, I'm all good, bro. I'm all good. But Bro, you're fucking overselling it.
Yeah,
like,
you're overselling it.
just relax.
And I thought the knee one was probably even worse. Like
Yeah.
in terms of the other one looked worse, like he reacted worse to it, but then that one looked like it got him worse in terms of like hit him.
I'll pose a question to you. So like we talk about him getting head knocks and all that like every week. Is it him, the way he's tackling, or do you think like a part of it is he's getting targeted too?
Like players are targeting.
Yeah, like when like lift the shoulder up a bit more, go a bit harder when it's Ponga, because they know if he's gone for a HIA, that unset. I know that people are not going to go intentionally to head high, but he's a target. Like he's our best player.
Oh yeah, you target any team with like stars in it, right?
Especially if they're like vulnerable.
I think there were two
things.
pretty accidental things yesterday in terms of like one was a swinging arm, but
not just yesterday.
But like
overall.
Saab's like fucking 7 foot tall, like he's tall, and then him just putting his arm out was probably at Ponga's chin. It was like it barely clipped him, man, and it was more off the ball and it sort of clipped him on the chin.
They're a penalty every week.
Oh, penalty 100%. But then for him to go down like he did, I was like, oh fucking hell, that's like pretty soft, and you've literally gone down pretty rough there, and I'm like, it's not even that bad really. The second one was pure accidental as well. He was just running back, wasn't he? And someone sort of clipped him with the knee. That can happen in any game.
Yeah.
Best one ever. Tony Carroll just fucking with the ref. Just knocked him out. Oh God. Every time I ever see anyone like getting hit with a knee, I just think of that. Fuck. Good times. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I think everyone targets players not to hurt them, but like to
unsettle them.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think at fullback he can get targeted more in terms
he's
of
more isolated, right?
In attack he can get targeted more, like when he's got the ball, like in the defensive area, but like you can bomb him, and
then have 5 guys running at him.
So you can target him more like that. But then in the line you can target him more with your
second row
running at him. So it doesn't matter where you play him.
He's going to make tackles, right?
You can't judge. I think what we've learned out of this is you can't move him to a place to accommodate him maybe not getting a head knock. No, you just need to play what's going to be best for the team.
Yep.
And I don't think whatever position that is, they probably know. I don't think you can.
What do you reckon?
I think you leave him at 5'8", because I just feel like I know that what's his name had a shit. No,
Miller.
Miller had a shit game the other week. But
he's had a couple.
I know, but I just think he probably just needed that timeout. But basically you got to look at it like all the good games that you've won this year, other than this, like obviously he wasn't playing, but all the good games you've either won or been really tight in, like Panthers game and shit.
He's been good.
He's been like really, really good. So you got to remember, it's his first proper year playing NRL too. First proper year. Yeah. Last year was in and out, but played like 5 games, and then he wasn't playing NRL before that. So you got to take the good with the bad. You almost got to think of him as like a rookie player.
Do you carry him on the bench? No, hear me out.
Yeah.
Do you carry him on the bench, right? Gamble, Hastings, Ponga.
I honestly thought he was on the bench yesterday.
He was.
Oh, okay.
He was 14.
Yeah,
they didn't play him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought he mustn't have played.
But like, if going on like future, Ponga starts 5'8", Hastings, Gamble on the bench, Lockie Miller at fullback, and then like 20 minutes or something, Miller off, Gamble on, Ponga to fullback.
I just think you're changing shit around too much.
Yeah, but is that what we need to do?
Nah.
Is Miller can he play full 80 minutes and not make it lots of errors?
I think you should just try Gamble at 13.
Yeah, but then they've got Adam Elliott there now.
I don't think...
Which is not really...
I don't really use a 13.
Yeah.
I'd rather play him like... Probably on the... It's hard because Fitzgibbon's not been going that bad.
No, but Frizzell's been going better.
Well, yeah. But if you're going to move one... I'd probably put Elliott off the bench. Just come through the middle as like a... or like just give Gamble a rest, because he probably can't play 80 through the middle. So maybe play Gamble the first
25.
First 25.
Yeah.
I don't know, but then you got Johns to play that. You got fucking Kurt Mann.
Fuck that guy.
You got too many people that are around that same sort of
utility
thing.
mark. Yeah.
I think you just got to think about what's your best 17 and play them. I don't think, if someone misses out, then so be it.
Yeah.
Like, you've played enough games now that like The coach should know who's the best fucking at least 13 that runs on the field. Play them. Don't fuck around positions just to like accommodate for players.
Yeah.
Watch your best players. Watch your best positions for those players and just play that.
Do you think next year
someone misses out?
Like Dom Young goes, Lockie Miller on the wing? Because he played the wing for Shark.
I don't think so.
No?
No. I think he's your long-term fullback. He's just got to give him time, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
We'll move on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're getting to the games for the week. Last week's games, that is. First one was Dolphins Dragons, 26-12. That one finished.
Yep.
Bit interesting. I obviously tipped the Dragons in that one. You tipped the Dolphins, which pulled us level the season.
Love it.
Pretty crazy, level of the season.
Yeah. Well, I got 2 the first week, bro.
13 rounds in.
Yeah.
We're level.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like halfway. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah,
look, the Dragons started fast. Like Jack Bird scoring.
Yeah. I
Then
think
it
that
was fucking all over.
Yeah, I think like the DeBellin sin bin that did swing it a little bit. Like they were starting to get the Dolphins started getting like momentum before that.
Yeah,
but then that was just
nail in the coffin.
Yeah, nail in the coffin. Obviously,
they
Sarko scored. Mark Nichols scored. They had that role already sort of happening, and then
Milford scored.
Milford scored, but like Jack DeBellin with the thing. So, I just.
Dolphins just keep winning.
They just keep winning, dude, and they look solid. They look like a team they've been playing together for like 3-4 years, don't they? Like
and
it's so hard.
And they're missing players.
Heaps
of players.
Like not heaps, but
really
key players.
2 starting second rowers, not there. Their starting halfback, not there.
Starting fullback,
not there. Like
crazy.
It's like
their X factor fullback too.
Yeah, man. Like he's been creating a lot of opportunities for them, and. Yeah, isn't Milford playing good? Yeah. Like he's actually playing all right the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. And I think Cody Nicarima's really, really like found his home and he's been awesome, man. Like you put him in anywhere and he'll play it for you.
He's missed to fix it, man.
He's been so good. I was a bit cautious of them putting him at fullback.
Same.
I was a bit like, don't know if you just... I know what Bennett's like. He's like, he has players he trusts. And he'll play them. He's like, you can play that position for me because I know you.
You'll do the job.
Yeah, and they'll do the job. And I think because he does that, that's why they do play well. But then it's also before the game, you're like, oh fuck, like, I don't know, dude. This is a bit weird. Like, but he was really, really good. I thought.
Yeah, I agree. And like Dragons, man, like last week was obviously a fluke.
Yeah,
because they're missing Ben Hunt.
I don't think it was a fluke. I think we're just shit.
But I'll say fluke and your shit.
Yeah.
Just to put that there.
Thanks.
But yeah, I don't know. Just what the fuck? They have to be spoon favourites now.
Yeah.
I don't like
their meterage is awful too, man. I was just looking at it now. Like I think Michael Molo was the only forward that ran over 100 meters. Oh, DeBellin did as well.
Yep.
Not that good.
Like half time, that was close. It was 18-12. Like I know the score is not big by any stretch, but Dolphins were just dominant. Like they did score a point in the second half.
What's up with Tyrell Sloan lately? He's got no run. Like I'm pretty sure. Don't hold me to this, but I'm pretty sure his average run meters, if you minus off just kick return, the last 3 weeks has been like 35 or some shit.
It's like the worst in the comp.
Yeah. Like 35. And if you take off this week's, he got like 60 something.
That's bad.
Not good.
No.
16 runs.
Yeah. That's for a fullback.
Yeah. He needs to get a bit more busy, I think. Like you can do that if you're Latrell, because it's like what you're going to do on the other end, but you're not him, bro.
No.
And you've got speed and you've got that X factor around the ruck. You need to like...
The fullbacks these days...
You need to be backing up on every fucking play with everyone. Like just...
And taking them hard hit-ups 100%. Out of fucking the back. And he's just not... Like, if he was just taking like a 20-meter run every time they bombed down the field and a set, he'd have 100 meters.
Yeah.
Like he's not he's passing it to his wingers.
Yeah, he said 33 kick return meters.
Yeah, that's nothing.
It's not really that much, really.
No.
Like that's 2 runs out of your end, really.
Yeah, which is fuck.
It's not that great.
No.
They
need to do something with him because that's a fullback's so pivotal these days.
Yeah.
Like in your attack and like just getting your sets off to like you see Teddy and stuff. Dylan Edwards, like getting his set off to a good start.
Just hanging around the rock. It's just effort, man. All it is effort. It's all it is.
Yeah.
Anyone can do it. It's just if you want to, right?
That's it.
But yeah, like I just think they're drawing this. I don't know what else to say about them, eh?
It's pretty bad.
But yeah, that's about it for that game.
That's it.
Cool, man. We'll move on. Second game of the weekend. That one was Eels Cowboys. Finished 24-16 in favor of the Eels. How'd you see that one, dude?
Sort of a weird, slow start to the game. And fucking like something was caught fire at the end.
Yeah.
Like it was 2 tries in the first half and then 5 in the second.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a funny one. It's sort of like at one point, I don't know, the Eels were winning, but the Cowboys looked like they had it there to grab. If that makes sense. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, I think I feel like the Eels were pretty much in control most of the game. Like I didn't feel like they were going to lose it. Do you know what I mean? Like something about the Cowboys this year, they're just not clicking. They're just not.
It's not the Cowboys.
They had a couple of weeks there where they they dug in against us and whatnot. And I think it was like they probably just threw a mad kick up the arse at training. And they're like, yeah, let's all fucking come together, boys.
Yeah.
But then it's just sort of died off again. And I don't know how they fix it.
Yeah.
Because they've got the team there, but they're not clicking. It was just a game that Eels really needed to win because they're still quite, they're down there on the table a bit. They needed to need to tick off a couple of wins after their really poor start this year.
Yeah.
And then I think their forwards really stood up. Like Wiramu Greg was massive, dude.
Like he was massive.
He really stood up for him.
Yeah.
Both their big forwards out. Jermaine Hopgood again, huge, 159 run meters.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you reckon Sivo's fucked?
Yeah, I've been saying this for a little bit. It's weird because he's like tied most try scorers in the comp, but his runs,
he's out of.
But he ran for 220 meters, bro.
Yeah, but it's when you see it, when you see him play, no, you didn't.
I think he's got too big.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
He's too big. He doesn't have that same legs. He's nowhere near as fast.
He's gassed as well.
Yeah, he's too big,
and he's like his impact that when he's running into defenders, it's like sort of carrying away from it.
You also remember in this game they didn't want him to have any second.
No, I get it.
So every single tackle or every single set of stick, they kicked to him, and he caught it and had to run.
But it's not just this week though.
I know.
It's the last couple of weeks.
I'm just saying, in terms of this week, he didn't have a chance to affect the game in that way.
Yeah, which is good play from the Cowboys.
Yeah. Because you look at the rest of their outside backs, other than Will Penasini, but he's on the opposite side. No one in that team, in their back five, other than probably Will, would be like that big yardage person.
Yeah.
And you can see how they did it because by taking Sivo out of that,
they take the sting out of the starter set.
It's Bailey. It's going to be mainly Bailey Simonson who's going to be making that second run, or Sean Russell.
Yeah.
And you'd probably want one of them running at you.
Yeah.
Than Sivo on the second tackle.
I get it. As far as a game plan, it was really good.
It's pretty smart. They still lost though, but still.
They still lost. Yeah.
I get what they were doing.
Yeah. But it's just not been this week. Maybe that's been a game plan of other teams.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just not noticed. But it just seems like he was not his normal damaging self.
Yeah. I feel like he's been a lot like that this year in general. You also remember he did an ACL a couple of years ago. So he's he's about 30 now. And, he did an ACL, I think it was 2 years ago. So he might just be getting old, dude.
Yeah. And
he's
fair,
old, he's lost a step.
Yeah.
And he's too big. Yeah. I think they're probably the three main factors, right?
He's humongous.
He's so big, dude. Yeah. He'd be 110 kilos easy, I reckon.
Yeah.
He's fucking massive.
He's a big man.
I don't feel like when I watch him, he doesn't remind me of when he knocked fucking Teddy out.
No.
He doesn't remind, I don't think he could do that now.
No. I agree. He probably still would, but
I think he could in terms of the collision, but I don't because he's big.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's got that power anymore in him,
He was so scary like a couple of years back when that, like he did that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I thought Dylan Brown was fucking sick again.
He's ever since the game versus the Knights.
Yeah.
His running game's like come back.
The only thing I will say about them though is I don't know why, but they kept going away from Moses. Everything kept going down the left side. And like there was sets of 6 there where they really, really needed to like Moses to stand up, or they just needed something out of the set.
Yeah.
And he didn't touch the ball the whole set. And you're like, he's the fucking guy for you, man. Like, I understand like Brown's been really good, but sometimes you just, you need to just give it to him and let him direct it. I don't know if that's Moses needs to talk more, if like the ball's going the wrong way or whatever. And it's like a breakdown with
the
Hodgson.
game plan was go left.
Maybe, yeah. It's just it was just a bit weird. Some of those I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, he barely touched the ball some sets. So Anyway, that's about it.
Yep.
Sweet. Next game we had was the Warriors Broncos.
Yeah.
That was one we sort of spoke a little bit about earlier. 22-26.
It was like the Warriors, that fucking ending.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you grab him?
I don't know, dude.
Because like if he didn't grab him,
he was going to be in anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. It's bad.
Maybe he gets the turd of the week.
Maybe he gets. Who was it?
Was it Pompey? Pompey, I think. Yeah.
Fucking Pompey the turd. Like, that's
maybe I'll take it away from the Warriors.
Yeah, give it to him. Yeah, because I mean, that last 10 minutes, they were surging, man.
I missed a bit of this one.
Yeah,
not gonna lie, because was that Saturday night? Yeah. I was coming back from obviously away with the marathon, but I saw the end. I saw definitely that last part where
that was like the 5:30 game.
Yeah. I saw the last part where he grabbed him. I was like, what he's doing? Like,
just unnecessary. And like Johnson been kicking pretty decent. Like probably would have kicked it.
Yeah.
He had a chance to kick it, otherwise it would have been goal point anyway, right?
I don't think it was right on the sideline either, was it?
Nah, it was like 10 in or something.
Yeah.
Fuck, mate.
Yeah.
The one that got away, like, it was
good
so
for the
close.
Broncos though, man.
Great
like,
for the Broncos.
Good win. Like, if you can win those games and just tick them off this time of year,
yep,
you're doing well.
Yeah, man.
You're going to keep. Did you see if the Warriors beat the Broncos this round, it would have been everyone's on the same score?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
First to 8th, everyone would have been on the same points.
Fuck.
How mental is that?
That's fucking wild. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
It's the closest comp it's been ever.
I don't know.
It has to be.
If that's like...
Well, if you look at the ladder
right now...
right
we say
now...
that every year, bro.
No, we don't say that every year.
Except 2020 when there was fucking blowout scores everywhere.
Yeah, but...
They changed all the rules. But I feel like every team sort of figured out the rules now.
Last year, there was a top 6.
Yeah.
And everyone else was fighting for 7th and 8th.
Yeah, true.
This year, it's like three games between 13th and 1st.
Yeah.
It's fucking
You can
wild.
go on a 5-game win and be like second or in the top
100%.
4.
Yeah.
Like easily.
It's like the year that anybody can have a shot.
100%.
Besides Dragons.
Yeah. Dragons, probably Tigers too.
Yeah, probably Tigers. Maybe Cowboys too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We did touch on this game a bit, but yeah. I did get asked to talk a bit more about the Broncos.
I know. I don't really know what to say about it, man. I as I said, I didn't watch much of the game myself. If you did, you could probably talk a little bit more about it.
I had it on in the background, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't...
We're not really that invested in the Broncos,
Nah.
are we? Look, at the end of the day, we want to talk evenly about these teams, but
some don't give a fuck.
I don't really give a fuck about it.
Yeah, like Broncos.
I
who
really
gives a
don't like
fuck?
them. I don't like them.
And the fact that like someone wants us to talk more about it makes me want to talk less.
And I don't like the guy that wants me to talk more about it. Nah, dude. Love you, Jiffy.
Nah, fuck him. Fuck him too.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Look, Marin had got a
good for them.
couple of tries.
Yeah.
He on debut, wasn't he?
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
I didn't even know who half their fucking forwards were.
Neither.
I was just watching these guys roll up the field. I was like, who the fuck are these?
Yeah.
Like, when they started the game as well, and they like got that right at the start, I seen that because I was at the pub. I was watching it. I was like, what the fuck? Like, just rolling through the middle. I was like, holy shit.
And that, like, Warriors have a good forward pack.
Yeah.
So that's like, that was a big thing.
Yeah.
That just shows like they sort of established themselves as a real deal. They've got depth. Like, they can cover. They're not the baby Broncos of fucking 5 years ago, you know?
Yeah.
That's good. They need to get these wins over the Origin period.
Yeah, and I think someone like Adam Reynolds in that team is going to be massive at this time of year. Because like he just, if you just have all these like young guns coming through, just that one old head in the team that'll just lead him around the park. Still, you take him out of that team. Yes, like the other day, I don't.
He didn't play the last 2 weeks,
well,
or he got knocked out, and
you don't win
different
that
team.
Yeah. He'll put you in the right positions every single set. You know what I mean? It's like another coach on the field, dude.
Yeah.
And then when you have a young team playing, you need that sort of player in the team to sort of get you around the pitch.
Just quietly, I'm spewing. I had Jordan Ricky, first try scorer. He was paying like $41 or some shit, and he scored third.
Yeah, you fucked it.
That's fucking annoying.
It was third. It wasn't even second.
I know, but like it looked like he was pretty close.
That's a shit bet, mate. That's a shit bet. Right, we'll move on.
Fuck those teams anyway.
Hope that was enough for you, Jiffy.
Yeah, probably not, but
move on.
Whatever.
Rabbitohs Raiders 26-33. Big win for the Raiders, man. Like
big win.
They're going good.
Tipped them too. Love it.
I wanted to ask you this. Smokies for the Prem?
I wouldn't
fucking
say
going
no.
good. Fucking going good.
And like they'll get.
Remember like a few weeks ago, we were like, oh, fucking this shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah,
too
they're
inconsistent.
They're good. Like, and who are they missing? Hudson Young.
Huddy Young.
That's it.
Man, that's it.
Yeah.
I think.
That's it.
Fuck.
It's fucking pretty good. Like, Rabbitohs are only missing Campbell Graham and
Trell. Yeah.
It's not like they're and Rabbitohs
Murray,
probably
and Murray.
Oh, and Murray, yeah, sorry. And Rabbitohs
And
probably one
Jairo.
of the well, true. Fuck. Scratch what I just said. Can we cut that out? Look, Rabbitohs still play good.
Yeah.
Cody Walker's still
No, they still had a gun team, man.
Yeah.
Like they should have. They were competitive, but when you look at the teams, you probably like, it probably makes sense.
Yeah.
In terms of like who the people had out.
Yeah.
But Raiders away from home don't normally play that
They're
well.
notoriously shit.
Shit. Rabbitohs are notoriously good at ANZ.
Yeah. I think goal kicking left them missing a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the how he missed those Blake Taft missed 2 goals.
Yeah.
And they're pretty gettable.
Can I just talk about Big Red?
He's a fucking weapon.
My God.
He's a weapon.
He was fucking
He's probably he's
destroying
unlucky
people,
not
mate.
to be like he's an Origin player.
100%.
I'd be more worried
if he
about
had that
him
game
being
last week, he would have been in, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know who you dropped, but fuck it. He's like they've
drop
just got
Arrow or something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Have him coming off the bench.
Yeah. If Origin started the next Origin, I think he could have made it. You know what I mean?
He still could make the next one.
100%. If there's even one injury, I reckon he's in.
Yeah. He has to be.
Like
I
think Queensland either have to lose by a bit or there's an injury and he'll be in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think they'll just
depends.
fuck
Yeah,
people
like
off for no reason.
and also depends how aggressive they are and like if they can match.
Well, they've shown they've been pretty like not pick and sticky.
Yeah. They want to
this whole
win.
thing.
They pick the best team and he's one of the best.
What do you? Oh, we'll talk about it in a minute.
Yeah.
Just remind. I'll ask you the question now and then remind me after. Okay.
Okay.
Do you think there'll be like pick and stick if they lose? Like, will they go back to that?
Okay.
Remember that?
Yeah, I
Okay.
remember. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Corey, massive in terms of Horsburgh. Corey, Harawira, Naira. That was fucking scary.
That was so scary.
I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
holy shit.
But you never want to see that, man.
Like everyone was sort of falling asleep at mine because we'd been up since like 4:30 of the marathon.
Yeah.
Me, big fella, just still awake watching. I'm the one that
Carrying
ran
team.
fucking 42 Ks, but it's all right. Everyone else was asleep.
Did you run a marathon?
No, I did. I don't know if you heard about it. I ran a marathon.
No, I didn't.
And Ed was falling asleep on the couch and I was like, fuck, wake up. Like, he's like, what? And I was like, I don't know what's going on here, but he doesn't look good. And we're like, holy shit. And then like we're watching it and I was like,
the game was stopped for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I wonder what that was. He like come out afterwards and stuff. He's like, but he didn't really say what it was. Like he just had a seizure. But the scary part was it was like, you know how Radley had that one like last year, I think it was, when he got that head high or he got knocked out. I think it was a head clash or whatever.
Yeah, he hit his head on the ground.
Head on the ground or something. Yeah, and he was like having that full on thing.
Yeah,
which is like quite common for those. Like I remember NRL physio
but he didn't
said.
get hit hard.
He didn't get hit at all.
Yeah, he ran the play before.
Yeah, but I watched it
got
back.
up. Yeah,
got
no,
up.
so did
It was
I.
the next set, and he was just
He's
there, and then he
on
just
his haunches
went
a
down
bit.
to his like knees, like not dropped to his knees, but I mean like
he was sitting on like his haunches.
yeah,
a
his
bit,
haunches,
and then
he just like then it sort of cut off, but then all
Yeah.
of a sudden he's like on the ground having a seizure, and I'm like,
it's crazy.
that's scary as shit. Like,
yeah, that's just I
it's
hope
good to see he's okay, I guess. But
I guess like you hear more if they want to talk more about it.
I wonder if it's like epilepsy or something, maybe.
Don't know. Wow,
Be interesting.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate.
No, 100%. But it was so random how it
so
happened.
random.
Like,
yeah.
it'd be interesting to see what it was if anyone does eventually say. But yeah, it's good to see he's all good, and hopefully he's back playing soon.
Nah, for sure.
What else do you want to talk about, man?
What do I want to talk about? I want to talk about my leg of my multi that you said was shit. So I had Johnston.
It's fucking shit.
It wasn't shit though.
Well, did you win?
No, but that leg won.
Oh, fuck you didn't win.
So, like Johnston 2+ and Raiders to win. It's, like when you look at it back now, you're like, that was always going to happen.
That was a dumb bet.
It was a great bet.
I told you it was a dumb bet.
And you have egg on your face.
What did I say to you?
You said shit.
What did I actually say to you?
I can't remember.
I'm going to have a look.
But
keep talking.
yeah, but like obviously the facts will show it was not shit. It was quite good.
Yeah.
And and before the game too, and I said to my missus, I was like, I should put a multi on with Damien Cook in it because like he'll score because he didn't get picked for Origin.
Yeah.
Of course he fucking did, but I didn't put a bet on.
Yeah. Look.
Of course. Couple of haddies this weekend. Alba Hopewadi,
Yeah.
Marju.
Yep.
Love it.
I can't find what I said to you, but
Yeah,
I told you it was shit anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a few there.
Yeah. Not like a lot more to talk about of this game. Just a try fest, and we love to see it.
Yeah. Tarpany fucking 227 run meters.
He's a
Jesus
gun, and he was playing
fucking
13
Christ.
too, wasn't he?
It's fucking so crazy.
I think he was playing 13.
It's so weird because you look at this and you're like, Horsburgh had 91 run meters, but I'm telling you, every one of those 91 counted.
Yeah.
They were fucking big runs.
Yeah.
Like, just, it wasn't even necessarily the runs because he's running, breaking the line and getting offloads. Like, he had those 2 offloads. Remember? Like, he had I think he had 2 offloads. He stole that try. Looked good on the edge.
He did look good on the edge.
Bloody Young, bloody in trouble here, mate. He's fucking just trying to get his spot.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah.
maybe
he's definitely-
Hadawira and Ira might
Crazy,
be out.
it's crazy to think that Horsburgh was playing for the Bulldogs. He got let go mid-year to go play on loan for the Bulldogs like 2 years ago.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Wild to think about,
It's nuts. It's like full circle, hey, rugby league.
Yeah. I thought Rapiner was really good in this one as well.
Yeah.
He had a good
good
game.
carries.
Yeah.
Then he went off for a HIA 10 minutes to go.
I think it wasn't a HIA. I think someone hit his legs. I remember he was blowing up. Remember how he got injured? Like someone hit him in the leg.
HIA.
I think he got hit in the leg and his ankle was fucked or something.
Right.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, Papali'i, big as well.
Big. Yeah.
216. We didn't really talk about the Rabbitohs, but there's not much to say.
Nah.
They did have a few players out, as we said, and didn't play well.
Nah.
Anyway, move on.
Raiders only used 7 interchanges too.
Oh.
Just to put that out.
Wow. Thanks for that stat, mate.
No worries. Fuck you.
All right.
Game of the
big
round.
one, mate. The big one.
Game of the
Big
round.
poo slinger of the round.
It was bad, eh?
Oh, poo slinger. 28 to the Knights, 18 to the Seagulls.
Yeah. I'm just
Talk
happy to
about
get
it, mate. Talk about it.
happy to get the win on that one. Like,
I feel like you say that every week with the Knights.
well, I'm always
not every
happy to
week,
get
'cause you don't win
No,
every week.
when
Yeah.
we win, I'm happy to get the win,
Yeah.
obviously. But anyone that like knows rugby league would have been like, they should pump them, right? No Cherry, no Trbojeviches.
Yeah, I had just 13 plus, you
Yes,
fucks.
Yeah, I had him fucking a 30 plus.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, we'll put like cricket score on here.
It's
But
the
no,
Knights,
typical
mate.
Knights.
Yeah.
Keep it interesting. A lot of, like, you were texting me, like, a lot of calls went our way,
Fuck oath.
which I'm happy about because a lot of the time, or most of the time, we don't get the calls.
Let's talk about the big one, the fucking sin bin.
Yep.
Not
Happy about it.
Yeah, you're happy about it, but
I thought it was, as soon as it happened, I was like, that he's off.
I know, but was it one?
Yeah. I think so. His shoulder hit his side of his cheek.
Nah, it didn't.
Yeah.
The side of his cheek.
Yeah, like head. He contacted the head.
Fuck off. Grazed his beard. He didn't have one on.
I think it was fine.
No.
I think it was
That's
fine.
bullshit.
Yeah.
It's fucking... It leads up with what's happened in these... in today, you know what I mean? Like what happens today, but
I think like a couple of years ago, no.
Yeah.
But in this day and age, like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking
Just happy
whatever.
to get the win. Like, few good performances. We talked about Leo Thompson.
Yeah.
Forwards were pretty good. DSAF's 150th game
Yep.
was good. Marju's a beast.
Oh, he's a fucking beast, mate.
Yeah, like some of the tries he scored, he shouldn't score.
Yeah.
He's so strong.
He's literally like a Toto, like a real just nuggety.
He's like tankier than Toto. Yeah,
it's like a tanky Toto.
he's like a mix. He's like sort of a mix between Toto and Sevo.
But it's honestly, it's like what I was saying about your backs, dude. Like Ponga 169 meters, Dom Young 227. He did have that big break at the end there.
Yeah.
Dane Gagai 165, Bradman Best 197. I thought he was really good.
Yep.
He was really good.
Yeah.
Best had his best game.
Had his Bradman Best.
And then 182 for Greg Marzu.
Yeah.
Fucking
if they can do that every week, get over the 150, it's going to go a big way to us winning games.
It just takes away from your forwards, man. Like, I think Jay Saf was the only one that had really big meters, like 166. Mm-hmm. Everyone else didn't really have to. Like Leo did his job, did 116. You know, Adam Elliott got 101. I thought that he probably played his best game for years too. Yeah, without doing like a lot.
Yep, just running it,
just doing what he had to do.
Yeah,
you know, and then Hetherington 60. He doesn't have to play. You know, Matt Croker only had 40 meters. You know, they're just there mainly for their defense. You know, just
I think
be nice and aggressive in the defense.
I think a few of the things like Crossland.
Like Croker fucking laid someone out too near the end.
Yeah. I think like the few of the things that like Crossland done in the game and he has been doing in the game are like just evident that he's not like a...
Yeah, I was going to say it's typical,
half, right?
typical for someone who's not a 9.
Yeah.
He also made 45 tackles, which is easily the most out of everyone. So he's probably got fatigue.
Yeah, that's what I'm just about to say. Like he's still getting used to that role.
Exactly.
And he's only going to get better as the season goes on playing those minutes.
Yeah.
Which, no, it'll be good.
Eagles, tough one. They got a million injuries. They did pretty well to stay in the game, to be honest.
It was 14-10 at half time to them.
Yeah.
It was... I could have went away with it.
I can't for the life of me understand Weeks at fullback.
Neither.
I cannot get it.
Neither.
Like, you've done it twice now, and it hasn't really worked.
No.
He hasn't looked good there either.
There.
Doesn't look comfortable there.
No. He's just made a few mistakes.
Put Garrick there. Like, he's a good fullback.
He's a good fullback. We're trying to get him to come play fullback.
He's a good fullback.
He's a great fullback. He's so fast.
I reckon Siebes just overthinks it too much. He's like...
He's tactician.
It's just too much. And players, I think... It was the same happened with the Broncos. Like, players didn't get what he was trying to do half the time because he tries to... He outthinks himself almost.
He's playing chess and they're playing checkers, exactly. Mate. That's what it seems like.
It doesn't make sense to me.
No. Doing a Robbo, mate. Putting fucking random people in random spots.
Yep. Schuster's just super inconsistent too.
Yeah, he had a few great touches,
but then he has like
he has a million more shit ones. Yeah,
dog shit touches.
Yeah,
apparently they're like Tigers are really pushing for him, and he's like a perfect Tigers player.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Just like
go there, get $1 million a year,
and just don't ever really make it very well. He was saying he wants to be the world's best player or some shit through the week. I'm like, you're a long way to go. He
played one good game last week, and he's like. Buying his own tickets already.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
sniffing his own farts.
Oh well. Yeah. Let's move on. Game's done. Mm-hmm. We'll get into a little Origin preview. Just the back end of the potty here. Mm-hmm. It's going to be on tomorrow night once this comes out. So to come out, it's Monday now, but it'll be Tuesday and come out. We just found out that our boy Trail Gonskis.
Insert crying sounds. Like fuck me.
So Latrell out, hamstring injury. That's been confirmed. Calf. Oh, was it calf? Sorry.
Yeah, calf.
Yeah, calf. Cleary in doubt with tooth infection as well.
When it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
You think he'll play?
Hey?
You think he'll play?
He'll play. Cleary will play.
I don't.
That's a bit of smoke and mirrors.
You reckon?
He'll play. The other one was Haas rolled his ankle.
Yeah, but he's been cleared now.
He's been cleared, but
Yeah, he
he's not
trained
gonna
like full session yesterday.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
he's fine. I wouldn't. That's not even news now.
it's not gonna be too bad. Like, if Cleary's not there, Hines comes straight into 7. Not too bad.
Matt Burton onto the bench.
Birdo onto the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So they kind of got like for like changes there that doesn't mix up the team too much.
No.
I think you've got to move Tommy to the left.
Yeah.
Crichton will play right, and then at least it's kind of settled anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's that's a club sort of thing. Cleary plays right as well, so it's kind of like you have your Cleary. See, this is why I think they should have started Martin.
Yeah, then have the whole Panthers right edge.
You would have had the entire Panthers right edge.
And they might, man.
They might, yeah.
Frizzell might.
I think that makes way more sense.
It does to me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, because then like Martin's so damaging with his running that like him on the left,
true,
running it fucking. You think about that left edge. You've got Tommy, who's like clearly good, especially like 20 out from the line. He'll fucking run over anyone.
Yeah,
like when he's on.
Yeah,
which he will be.
And they'll be against Cherry Evans.
Yeah, and did you see they versed the
Ipswich Jets?
They
got 3 tries right in or something.
Yep, and then Cherry Evans was blowing up.
So who's it going to be? It's going to be Cherry Evans, Gilbert,
Tommy Gilbert, Hammer, and
Cobbo. Yeah.
So
that's a very untested edge. I love it.
I think if we have a bit of a breakdown of like the Blues and how they'll play, they'll target there. Yeah, that's got to be your game plan. Yeah. I think you target them.
Toto can play left wing.
No, he's don't play right.
You reckon?
He's played right for the Panthers. Why would he play left?
But he's. Oh yeah,
Adokar plays left.
Yeah.
Adokar plays left for Bulldogs, and Toto plays right. He only played right. Toto played left in their the year before their first Prem win, but then because Taylor May was left, and then they just moved him over, and he's been good there. So I think last year they switched for I don't know why, but then Tupou was playing right, which didn't really make sense because Tupou's a left winger, and then Toto was playing right last year anyway. So they should have just played that way, but I don't know why they did that. But I think that's how you'd line them up. So you just go Adokar, Tommy, and then Crichton, Toto on the other side.
Yeah.
On the right side. It's really going to be interesting to see with the forwards who starts. I feel like I'm going to say there's a 90% chance that Barlow comes in for TPJ to start. I can see that happening.
I don't know.
I reckon he will.
I think it's...
There's been whispers, but I genuinely think he will.
But I just think Barlow off the bench...
I know
TPJ off the bench is too you just got to wait.
If there's an injury, dude, it fucks you.
Yeah, I understand.
Because you can't play big minutes. And if say you start him right, and then you bring on another player, or you bring on another player, and then one of your forwards or your main forward, because they're not really carrying any forwards. You remember they're carrying one other forward, so they're only carrying Bowler off the bench. Yeah. So what if
Haas does his ankle?
What's his name? The other Haas. Yeah, sorry. Haas gets injured, and then TBJ has to play 60, 70 minutes. He's not going to be able to do it. Barlow can do that.
Yeah,
but if he's starting, he can't do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas if you bring him off the bench, he's already had that first 20 out or whatever. You can get your second rowers to fill in, but it's not the same. Won't have the same punch. You need those big fellas in the middle as well. So
I
honestly just feel like he'll start him.
Yeah.
But then TBJ's got some he's good off the bench too, man. It's not
I hope he doesn't get that fucking
I think
bench fever.
I can see him getting more that starting. Because you get so fucking revved up for this thing.
Do a head high first
kick off and you run down there and you just fucking clobber someone. Whereas when the game's already in a flow and you come in and you affect the game, you can affect it more in terms of aggression that's already controlled because the game's already in a bit of a flow. Whereas I feel that tension when you fucking,
I'm just getting real T-Rex vibes if he comes off the bench.
Yeah.
I can just see it in my head so clearly.
I think even Freddie can sort of
20
see it.
minutes.
Even Freddie was like, oh, fuck, he could go two ways here, but I'm taking the gamble.
20 minutes in, TPJ comes on. they're like, you can see all the boys revved up, passing the ball, knock on. And then they fucking Queensland go down and score.
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck?
100%. You
Yeah.
could see something like that happening, but you
Quote
could also
that
see
if
him
it
just
happens.
fucking folding someone.
Yeah. It makes more sense
Yeah.
to do that.
I just hope he has written on his armband, fold some cunt, and he folds someone. He folds someone.
FSC.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck, yeah, you can't actually write it anymore.
Nah.
Yeah, that it's going to be interesting around what they change with their forwards or like, yeah, I think if you go Huddy Young, Tommy, and Addo Carr running at that right side defense, that's going to be your play. That's where you're going to get a lot of your points, I think.
Yep. It's just going to be interesting. Like they obviously have not defended. Maybe Addo Carr and Tupou have an origin already. I think
I heard John say this week that they've done not much attack.
Yeah,
it's all been on defense. This like the whole thing.
Yeah.
Freddie's built it on his defense.
Because like you're confident in the right edge, right?
Yeah. You've got so many stars. They'll score points, man. They got that many across the park. They'll score points. It's going to be purely, if they can keep Queensland out. So
yeah, I'm a lot more confident like in that right edge for New South Wales defending like Munster and stuff because they do it at club level every week.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Anything else you want to touch on the Blues?
No, it's
pretty
probably,
good.
Yeah,
cool. So we'll move to Queensland. Being pretty quiet.
It's not much.
It's not
happening.
honestly much to talk about.
There's like shit at the start with like Munster, Rib, fucking whatever.
What was the question I just asked you before? Oh, okay. So if they
you
forgot, you fucking asshole. If Queensland lose this game, will they go back? Like, because they've kind of gone away from the pick and stick thing, and there's been all this big chat about it. Will they go back to the pick and stick and bring back? Say if they lose by, we'll say this is not a lot. Like say they lose by 10 points, which is still a big margin in Origin a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Say 2 tries, or whatever. So will they go back to Gagai and Ponga, or they stick? Or they'll like stick as in
stick.
But have they like kind of not sticked because they've gone away from that anyway?
No, they haven't stuck in terms of like their previous year's team.
Yeah.
But I think like if it's only a small loss, like 8, 10, 12 points.
What if they lose game 2 and they're like down 2-0?
I think that maybe they just keep the team again.
Yeah?
And
you don't go back to your trusty?
Well, the series is gone.
Yeah.
Like get them another game in together.
Yeah. It'd be interesting. He's put his balls on the line.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking massively.
I think if they get pumped.
Do you think... Sorry, I just want to say this as well. This might be unpopular opinion and I'm sure Queenslanders will fucking blow up about it. But like, I find it funny that Billy's like credited as like this unbelievable coach and he's won 2 games of football ever.
Yeah.
Do you find that a bit weird?
Yeah, calm down.
Like, do you remember at the start of the series last year?
Too, bro.
I know, but like, do you remember the start of the series last year when everyone was like, oh, I don't know, like it could be here, like, and then they lose or win the first game. I think they won it, hey, and we won the second.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then after this, like, there was still all this cloud of like, oh, is he the right fit? And he was doing certain things wrong and this and that. And then the game was pretty, like, it was a tight game and, he wins this game basically in the last couple minutes. And then all of a sudden he's credited as like this amazing coach that should take over all these roles and this and that.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
he
won a very, very close series in the last couple minutes of game 3.
Yeah. He's not Mal Meninga.
To me, I don't think he's like cemented like as this unbelievable coach that they're sort of bigging him up to be.
Yeah.
I feel like he gets way too much credit than maybe like I might, eat my words here and it will get smashed in this series, which is possible.
Oh yeah.
But like, I think it's too premature to say he's this unbelievable coach right now. Like personally.
Yeah. I agree. I think like he needs to get more runs on the board.
100%.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't really done much, man.
No.
Like he's done a lot as a
if
player.
If he wins the next like 3 series,
you can't look at him as like a player and go, oh, you're unbelievable as a coach. You've won 2 games. Yeah. That's it. Like they were close.
It was close. Yeah,
they were close.
It wasn't a flogging.
It wasn't like the flogging like we gave them the year before.
Yeah, yeah.
When,
in Queensland,
all 3 games.
Yeah.
Smashes.
Pumped you cunts.
Yeah, pumped. We lost one, but
dogs.
We should have won it.
We won the first 2, so it doesn't matter.
Didn't matter.
76-6.
Yep.
Anyway, but yeah,
Munster looks fine to play.
Yeah,
he'll be alright.
That's all bullshit from them.
Yeah. Where do you think they'll target?
Good question. Up the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their forwards are fucking
Yeah.
throbbers.
Scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Harry
Forwards.
Grant and Ben Hunt. Like it's
I think they'll target our middle forwards with like the Walsh, Harry Grant, like
the
when
old
he
Billy
comes
Slater
on. Yeah.
1-2 like through the
Get him.
middle.
They'll get
Yeah.
Tino and fucking Collins.
I haven't even spoken about Tino. Like that's scary.
Tino Collins to really like soften up that middle.
Yeah.
And then I feel like
We haven't even spoken about Fafita.
I know. I think that's where they'll play their footy on the back. Like I think that Walsh, Harry through the middle, Munster, that's going to be scary. Like fucking scary.
Fuck yeah. So
Those
fast.
three together. Oh,
So fast.
that scares me, bro.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah. My arsehole's going to be squeezing tight every time fucking Walsh gets the ball.
Yeah, I think like if there's like a few breaks early, like Cam Murray will come in early.
Yeah.
Like to tighten it up.
He'll have to. He'll have to.
Yeah. I just hope Coruscant has got his fucking tackling pants on.
Yeah.
Because
that'll roll into something I've got after this. But yeah. That's probably where they're going to target, man. I can't, like, there's not much more to say because there's no news out of their camp.
No, it's quiet. It's so quiet.
That's probably good.
Yeah.
Like, they've had it doesn't look like they've had any
sickness or
that's
anything
more
shit.
bullshit anyway. But I mean, in terms of like, they haven't looked like they've had any things that might, derail them a little bit.
Yeah.
Like if there is, they've kept it in camp pretty well, and that's it, right? So, that's about it for those. Now let's go to predictions. Who wins? What's the score?
So I've got it here somewhere. I think New South Wales to win. 20-10.
20-10.
Yeah.
It's a big score.
It is a big score, but it's not that big.
Yeah.
We've got some good attacking players, good finishers. It's not,
I'm going Blues to win 15-14.
15-14.
Yeah. I think they'll both convert the tries, both get penalty goals, and then Blues will kick a field goal late.
Love that.
Cleary.
Hines.
Yeah, Hines. Probably won't come on the field, mate. 3 try scorers from the game you have.
Yeah. Okay, I have Huddy Young. Adokar. Dave Fafita.
Interesting. We didn't talk about these either.
No.
So I had Turbo, Adokar, Fafita. So I said like targeted their right edge.
Yeah.
Turbo, Adokar, and then Fafita. I think he'll just fucking power over for one.
Well, same thing. Huddy Young, Adokar.
I think he'll just break through on and fucking on Crichton and score a try on that other side.
Yeah.
Last thing we had was man of the match. Who's your man of the match?
Isaiah Yo.
I was going to put him, but then I chose different. But you just reckon he'll just...
I just think like he needs to stand up.
He does.
He's been really consistent.
Yeah.
At Origin lately for Kangaroos, for Panthers, but he hasn't had like
that real big game
where you're like, fuck, he's good.
Yeah.
And maybe that's because he does a lot off the ball.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just want to see more.
I've gone Appy.
Yeah. Okay.
He needs to, like, I think if we win this game, he has to have a man of the match game.
Okay.
I think with like Latrell out, those few other, I think he's going to probably have to play 80 minutes or close to.
Yeah.
Because Hines isn't a 9.
No.
So he's going to have to do a lot of our creating around the ruck, just like with what he does, like his whole, like how he creates those sort of,
yeah, like the
optical illusions almost,
like trickery sort of thing.
And then his defense, he's going to have to make around 50 tackles.
Yeah. They're going to be running him all game.
100%.
Yeah.
So he's going to have a man of the match game, I think, for him to win.
Yeah.
So I'm going him, and he's paying about $26 too. So it's a good bet.
Yeah, that's good.
Responsibly, of course.
Oh, most importantly, responsibly.
Responsibly. Yes. All right. That's our Origin preview. We'll move into next week's games, tips, and then we're done.
Yep.
All right, next week's games, we'll rail through these quickly because we've been on for ages on this potty. First one, Tigers, Raiders. Fucking say something.
Raiders.
Okay, Raiders. I've gone Raiders too.
I had Tigers, but I changed it.
All right.
Yep.
Warriors, Dolphins.
Dolphins.
I went Dolphins. Titans, Rabbitohs.
Rabbitohs.
Me too. Sharks, Broncos.
Sharks.
I've run the Sharks as well. Roosters, Bulldogs.
Actually, I had to think about this one.
Oh, you're a fucking dog.
Well, I went the Roosters though.
Okay, Roosters, me too. Cowboys, Storm. Storm, me too. Panthers, Dragons.
Panthers,
so me too. So I got the same tips, unfortunately, but
maybe
hey.
I'll change one through the week.
Yeah, Tigers.
Yeah.
Go Bulldogs.
I was maybe going to change the Warriors, but they just...
Tips may change. Have a look on Thursday when we put the tips up. That's it for this week, guys. Hope you enjoy Origin. Go the Blues.
Go the Blues.
All right.
Like, subscribe, follow us on Insta.
That's it. Catch up.
See ya.